And they haven't had a lot of time to recover. So TOHOBYTSKYI can't be doing that against FILHO. FILHO, as I say, that fight against Gonzalez was great. Really good to watch. Two very good fighters. Technically a really high level, and he just nicked it in the final round. So FILHO of Brazil in the red, TOHOBYTSKYI of Ukraine in the blue. His fellow countryman has just gone through, as we've seen. And this at middleweight, 75 kilos.
Round one.
So into the first, FILHO in that southpaw stance. TOHOBYTSKYI orthodox. FILHO likes to plant those feet nice and wide. You look at them physically there, he's the bigger of the two. He likes that nice strong base to punch from. TOHOBYTSKYI has got some skills himself though. Boxed really well in the first 2 rounds against Mangold, and then, as I said, he just ran out of gas in the 3rd round, dropped that 3rd round. He was 2 rounds to 0 up with the other 5 judges, so it was no big deal. And if he just kind of coasted and cruised and given it away, then that would have been one thing. But you could tell from looking at him that the pace of the fight got to him. FILHO just coming forward with that front foot. He's got a kind of long spidery reach on him. TOHOBYTSKYI's got to close the gap on him. Did that fairly effectively there. It didn't look great, but he got onto the inside, and that's all that counts. Left hand to the body there from FILHO is a decent shot. Nice straight right hand there from TOHOBYTSKYI. Wasn't anything particularly clever about it, but FILHO just kind of just stood up him a bit. He was within range, and TOHOBYTSKYI took the invitation. Well, 2 there from FILHO. It's the final few seconds of round 1. Good right hand there from TOHOBYTSKYI. He's landed the best shots of this round, the Ukrainian, I think. Bell goes at the end of round 1. FILHO of Brazil in the red makes his way back to his corner. Takes a seat. TOHOBYTSKYI in the blue corner for Ukraine. Stays on his feet. Split scores, 3 in favour of TOHOBYTSKYI, 2 in favour of FILHO. I'd have gone TOHOBYTSKYI myself in that first round. I thought the best punches of that round were landed by him. And as I say, it hasn't been all that pretty at times, the way he's got onto the inside, like it wasn't there, but he did it. And he landed that right hand, and that was exactly where FILHO's in range there, and he's having a look, but he didn't do anything. And TOHOBYTSKYI, I think as I described it, accepted the invitation and just thought, okay, well, if you're not going to punch, I will. But the good thing about what he's doing there is that, although it might not look that pretty, he's moving in measured steps. He's not falling in, he's not flying in. He's coming forward, throwing punches, but he's got his balance there. So the fact that the first couple didn't reach wasn't a big problem. He could just keep going. Left hand to the body. And he dipped really, really low there. TOHOBYTSKYI, but didn't actually touch down with a knee or a glove. Looking for the backhand there. FILHO, and TOHOBYTSKYI evaded that and then just knocked the Brazilian's head back with a jab. Right hand on the inside there, I think, from the Ukrainian might have landed. Left hand from FILHO. He's cramped for space when they get up close there, the Brazilian, because you look at those long levers. Left to the body, though, there from FILHO, and looking for it again there. But he needs to give himself a little bit more room. He could keep this on the outside. He could try and keep this on the outside, but he does like to get up close and punch to the body like he did there. Left hand from FILHO. I don't think landed all that clean. TOHOBYTSKYI was kind of sailing past him off to the left-hand side. Midway point of the fight. And this is a real interesting one again. FILHO looking for that long left to the body. Nice little bit of work on the inside there. TOHOBYTSKYI just moved in nice and quick. Finished on the left to the body. Lead right into the pit of the stomach there from FILHO. TOHOBYTSKYI himself was just a bit guilty of walking in a bit square without any real thought there, and then he caught a juddering left hand too as he was just standing in range. Got to be careful there, FILHO. The referee looked quite stern there. He's warned him about that a couple of times, holding, hitting around the back of the head. He doesn't want to lose a point. Very last knockings of round two. Wasn't quite room for the left of the body there for FILHO. I think this might be his round, though. I'd go his way in this one anyway. Left hand there from FILHO, just kind of claiming the point, if you like. Not that you get points, that's a throwback to the old computer point scoring days. But I think he might have got that round, the Brazilian. Again, there wasn't a great deal in it. And on the majority of cards he has, so we've got FILHO with a 2-point lead with one judge. All the other four have got it level, so we've seen plenty of this today. So quite a lot of this yesterday too. This is teed up so nicely. FILHO's been here before, of course, against Gonzalez yesterday. I just wonder how TOHOBYTSKYI's stamina will hold up in the final round after what I saw yesterday. He needs 3 out of those 4 level cards. FILHO needs 2 of them. That's the situation. TOHOBYTSKYI nice and quick out of his corner. He's in the blue, FILHO of Brazil in the red, with a very slight advantage as we head into the final round. This is a quarter-final in the men's middleweight division. The winner of this will advance through to the semi-finals and be guaranteed a bronze medal. Left hand there from FILHO. As I said in the previous round, he could keep this a little bit more on the outside, which is what he's doing at the start of the 3rd round here. Good left hand there as TOHOBYTSKYI came in. Strong left hand there from FILHO. TOHOBYTSKYI kept coming, and I think did clip him with a with the left hand, but he's just creating a bit more distance here, FILHO, and I did wonder why he didn't do this earlier in the fight. This is difficult for TOHOBYTSKYI to negate. It's harder to find a way in for him, with FILHO just standing that bit further off. But this approach from FILHO does rely on TOHOBYTSKYI coming forward. He's got to try and draw something from him. The Ukrainian does come forward there, looking to throw the right hand. This is not as proactive from FILHO as it has been in the first couple of rounds. And if we have a round here where not all that much gets landed, then the fighter on the front foot could be the one who comes out on the right side of it. Stepping in there, looking for the right hand, TOHOBYTSKYI, who fitness-wise looks okay. I don't know what happened to him yesterday. Just walking forward a little bit there, TOHOBYTSKYI. Kind of got away with that one because FILHO didn't land anything all that solid into the final minute. And there's not that much in this. Walked onto a couple there, though, TOHOBYTSKYI, as he came forward. That was slightly ragged. And maybe he is just feeling it a bit, actually, TOHOBYTSKYI, into this final minute. FILHO's in unbelievable shape. You can see that. TOHOBYTSKYI just managed to get a couple away on the inside, and then again there. But it's FILHO now who's on the front foot, looking to try and take it to him, left of the body. And he is breathing heavy now, TOHOBYTSKYI. Final few seconds. One big attack from both of these. Maybe in them right before the end. They're both claiming it. There goes the bell. So just to remind you, the situation going into that final round was that FILHO had a 2-point lead on one card and the other 4 were level. So he needed to get 2 of those. TOHOBYTSKYI needed to get 3. And I would make FILHO the more likely winner in that situation. Again, not much in that final round. Not much at all. But I just think it's unlikely that TOHOBYTSKYI is going to get 3 out of those 4 cards.
Ladies and gentlemen, win on point with split decision. From the red corner, Isaias, Brazil.
And FILHO gets it. And it's 3-2. It's 3-2. So those 4 cards that were level going into that final round, they've been shared 2-2. And they were the ones that counted. So through he goes by the narrowest of margins. He's had 2 really close fights. Really close. 29-28, 3 times for FILHO, 29-28 twice for TOHOBYTSKYI. It doesn't get